Hey guys, what's going on? Long time no freaking see. Friggin' September long weekend over here, and I'm finally getting about to doing stuff. Lately all I've been doing is fitness related stuff. Between working out and martial arts, I haven't had time to pick up a camera, not to mention actually working to make money to survive in this inflated economy. You all know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, open your freaking eyes, because things got expensive. Any friggin' hoozle. I had to go back into the computer room to grab some products that I ordered from Amazon, because today, guys, we are working on none other than DirtyBird. But, some stuff to do a little bit of repairing and maintenance, because things have gone kind of south on the old girl. You know, when you're a 1988 Pontiac Firebird that is literally 11 years younger than myself, therefore making it 33 years old, parts on your body will tend to fail. Parts that maintain weight will tend to fail. And that's never good. So, I was driving it for a bit, but it's been kind of awkward because of a couple reasons. I'm just going to set the packages from Amazon here on the hood. You know, one of the things that failed on this car that's kind of annoying is the headliner. As you can see, she's kind of hanging, especially in the back area. So something I'm going to need to do is get sitting in the back seat and try and tuck it back up. And I bought something that I saw online that looked like it could be a potential cheap fix. Like some people say, take the whole headliner plate out, repad it, recarpet it, call it a day, but I don't feel like doing that. I saw a video, it was like 6 minutes long. This guy bought this kit off of Amazon. Looked pretty promising. Probably won't be. We'll see. Basically, you get some screws, some eyelets, and some button tops, and you just put it back up by screwing it in place and putting little buttons over top of it, giving it this like button padded effect. Now whether or not that's going to work, because I don't know how thick the carpeting is. Oh my god, I forgot how low this car is. I've been riding in the truck so long. I don't know how thick this underlay is, but we're gonna skabadoosh, 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 you know, come across, come across, come across, come across, and just get it up in the air. Because the problem is when I'm backing up, and I don't know if you can see that well, that hanging carpet back there blocks the back window, therefore making the back window completely useless. So we're going to go ahead and try and remediate that issue. Because, yeah, that's pretty freaking annoying. So I'm hoping I can get in the back seat and somehow tuck it up, get that taken care of. Probably noticed the dome light isn't on. Well, there's a reason for that too. It's because the battery's currently out of the car. The battery I thought died, but it turned out, I'm just going to open up this door here so we can get maximum airflow in there, because it's like a freaking sauna. The battery didn't die. Let me go show you. I brought the battery into the garage because I decided to put an actual charge on it with the old Mastercraft battery charger here. Turns out the battery freaking didn't die. I brought the battery in here, put a charge on it, but I wasn't paying attention and realized that these terminal bolts are crunchier than all hell. It's also really hard to boost the battery with these side posts, alright? See, the old battery that I had in the car was this one here. It has top posts and side posts. So when the battery went dead, I could just hook up to the top posts and we're golden. However, the new battery, Canadian Tire doesn't carry that kind anymore, didn't have that feature. That's where these things come in. The Ampere side posts with accessory bolts. This part here goes into the actual battery. This part here sits out, gives you a nice clamping spot for a boost. And they're brass. They shouldn't corrode as quick as those cheap ones from General Motors. My only concern is that these don't stick out too far when they're in the actual battery, that they connect with the actual strut tower support and cause a short. But we'll find that out while we're going. So, and last but not least, you know what? I'm going to move this stuff off of here to the roof. Last but not least, in this bag here is new struts for the hood. Because one of the problems I have with this car is I need a freaking broomstick to hold the hood up. And I didn't realize how cheap hood struts were until I went on Amazon, looked them up, and saw a guy with an IROC, an 82 IROC, who basically did the same and said that they've lasted them 2 years so far. So at $30 for some hood struts, that's a good deal. And I'm probably going to start there first. We're going to do the roof liner last because I got to really air out that car. So yeah, let me get a tripod going and we'll get started on this. All right, let's get this hood open here. I'll get these things out of the way. I'm just going to stuff them on the ground for now. I forgot my broomstick. All right, so these right here, you can't tell if I'm in shot. These right here are the struts in question. They no longer work, so I'm not sure exactly how to extract them. I don't really see much in there. Get you guys off that tripod and I'll show you what I'm looking at. So on the top here, it looks like frig off bug. I don't know if those just pop off or what the deal is. I'm gonna have to figure that out. And down here, gonna have to figure that out. Looks like I might be able to pry this end cap off and reveal a bolt. So I'm gonna play with that, and I'll be right back, and I'll show you what the actual method is. Alrighty, so the old clamps, or the old struts, there was a metal piece in here. I don't know where I put it. Oh, there it is. It's right there. It just goes around there, and you just pry that up, and then it slides out like a ball. The new struts, however, are a little different. They have these retaining clamps on them. Now, there were people online saying that they had to remove this to put it on to be able to make it mount, but I got it on there pretty secure. On the new struts, one's not enough, you need two. It gives you a little bit of resistance on the down, but one will definitely not hold it up. Like these are both, well, these both old ones are pretty gassed. So I'm gonna go ahead and install the next one. I got the hood upright, it's propped pretty good. So can't really film and do this, guys, but literally you can use a screwdriver. I did it all with my multi-tool here with my good old freaking Gerber. This is a time when having a camera operator would be very beneficial, but you just get in here under here with that's not what I used. That's what I use, the file, because it has a nice flat bit. You just get in under here, pry that off. Easier with two hands, but you know. And that releases the tension on the ball, and then you just pop it off. But I'm going to do that off camera because holding the camera and doing this is stupid. And once again, the hood can be supported on its own by those amazing hood struts. I was going to buy the ones for the back for the trunk, but turns out you don't really need them, because once you remove the 50-pound spoiler, the struts are enough. Actually, when you unlock the trunk, sometimes it pops open on its own, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, they're on there now, and the hood is no longer supported by the broomstick. I can close it, and it'll push itself back up. So, like I said, people online said they had to take the old clips off of their third gens to put these on, but these metal clips hold fine. You just press them over and they clip in place and they hang on. So we'll see how long this lasts. We have to modify it or anything. I kept the old struts just in case, but I think we might be okay. But as you see, we're currently missing a battery. I would put the battery in next, but I do plan on having every door on this car open. And I don't need the dome light, which is not LED. It's an old school incandescent, draining the battery while I'm working. So I need to go in the house, grab my keys, pop the trunk, because without power, I can't use the electronic lock feature. Now we're going to tackle that headliner, and you're probably thinking, Adam, why don't you just do it the right way? Why don't you just go out, bring it to a shop, have them remove the headliner professionally, and redo it? Well, first off, I had those same comments when I repainted the car with trim-clad white. And it's because, guys, it's just a car for me to have fun in. It might be a Pontiac. They probably don't build them anymore, which they don't. It's just something for me to have fun in. And that's all it is. It's just a fun running car. If I sold it to somebody, they'd probably take it, put some huge friggin' LS in it, and race it and wreck it, and it'd die that way there. So why not me just keep it? I'm paying next to nothing for insurance, and have a good time, and do stupid repairs on it with Amazon products. I think that's a funner idea. Anyway, in my mind. It's also the reason why a lot of YouTubers stop making videos, because the comment section, everybody thinks they know everything. Drives them nuts. I personally don't care what you guys think, because it's my life. I'm gonna live it. Okay, so we're gonna have a bit of an issue here. This foam is pretty deteriorated underneath. It is binding in, it is holding it up, but these push button things right here are supposed to clip onto the back, but when you apply pressure to it, they don't clip, because it just literally pushes the foam right to the roof, and they won't hang on. Oh wait, maybe they will. Maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe I'll just put a crease in that one. I don't really give a care. Let's see if we can ramrod one on this one. Maybe now I got it on camera, it's going to prove me wrong. No, that one there is going to be a dick. Good idea for a kit, but that's going to fall. Yeah, that didn't clip. Well, some bitch pile monkey nuts. Oh, because it's off kilter now. I don't know. Maybe I should just grab my staple gun and go to town on the roof liner and just drive a bunch of staples into it. It's pretty thick. Like, I didn't realize the foam was that thick underneath it. And yeah, because I really don't feel like taking off all this trim, taking down the roof liner. It looks like it goes around the seat belt as well, so I got to take off that plastic piece, and I do got to get it in the back seat and fix it so that it's not drooping down like it is, so that I can actually see out my back mirror, because tonight I'm going to the movies and I kind of want to drive my car instead of taking the truck, because, well, it'd be kind of fun, I think. Whatever, I'm just going to do it however I can and make it work. I bought the kit, $10, might as well use it, frig it. Okay, so I highly don't recommend that kit from Amazon, because, like, it didn't work worth a shit. So obviously you can tell I went with a more convenient method with a good old handheld stapler. I got a couple rounds in there, I'll have to reload, but I do have a box of staples right there, so we're fine. I bought this thing at Christmas time to put some lights up around the living room. Some of you might remember that video. If you don't bother going back to watch it. It was pretty dumb. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish tacking this on, then climb into the back seat and keep going. It's gonna look pretty ghetto fabulous, but welcome to my life. Alright, I got most of it done. Just got to do that last quarter, and I discovered I don't need to sit in the back seat. I forgot these chairs basically recline into beds. I'll show you when I get it on the other side and tuck it back in the back and then staple it in place. Guess I can put these sun visors back up, because I just had them down so I can get into there. And yeah, let's go. Ooh. It is nice having all four doors open, though. Well, the hood doesn't really provide any airflow into the cabin, but having the two doors and the trunk open, you get a nice airflow inside the vehicle, so that's a bonus. But yeah, just jump in here and then grab this lever here and give her a tug, and you're pretty much laying flat on your back staring at the ceiling. Don't need to sit in the back seat. I slept in this car once, actually. I went to my friend Kara's farm out in Ristoul. Drove this thing and got pretty drunk out there, so I couldn't drive home. And well, I did the illegal thing. The keys were in the car when I slept because they're in my pocket. But I literally did what I'm doing now, and I slept in my car. And it was actually comfortable. Well, it probably was because I was drunk, and I was also like, 22 years old. I guarantee if I tried that now, being double the age, I'd probably wake up in the morning with no spine. But hey, it came up clutch back then. Totally campable car for an F body. Anyway, let's go ahead and get these the rest of these staples in and tuck this back in. For this up here, what I've been doing is using the flathead part of my multi-tool and just pushing it back in, and you can see I drove staples to keep it in place. It's pretty ghetto, but like I said before, so's my life, and I just live it. Alrighty, now for the final bit of my little weekend getting DirtyBird ready to go to the movies tonight. I'm going with my friend Jocelyn. One of our friends was in this movie, some zombie flick, and it was filmed up here actually, which is kind of cool. So we're going to go check it out at Galaxy Cinema, but I need to reinstall my battery, and I want to use my new side post. And, I was a little curious about it hitting the strut mount there, but I don't think I need to worry about that, to be honest. It looks pretty much like it's going to clear, so I have a feeling we're going to be friggin' okay. Alrighty, battery is attached. Yeah, there's definitely clearance there. We're fine. I could get the rubber caps or something for it probably, but I'm not too concerned. I never am. I'm going to leave that hood open. I'm going to grab the keys wherever I put them. They're somewhere in my pants. So many pockets. Something women can't say. I don't know why that's the thing, but women's clothing just lacks pockets. Like, do designers just think every woman carries a purse or wants to? I don't know. But let's see if this thing wants to fire up. Like a boss, every freaking crank of the engine. See, this is the reason why I won't get rid of this car. It's been the most reliable bucket I've ever owned in the history of owning a car. But one thing I do got to get rid of on it is the soundtrack I have playing on the stereo. That music is from like 2000 and whenever the hell I put this Kenwood deck in, and it's old. I'd like to get a Bluetooth deck for this car, but yeah, fired right up. She's a champion. Freaking love this car. Oh, that's where that battery been. I've been looking for this damn thing. Does that power? Holy crap, it survived all winter out in the cold and still has 3 bars of power. Dope. Super dope. Yeah, because I don't have a USB charger in here, so that was my solution for charging my phone while driving. Looks like I'm driving DirtyBird to the movies tonight. Yay, yay! Slower than molasses in the winter, but they roll up and down. That's dope. Alright, let's kill it. Got my answers, got my questions. Got a whip to the movies tonight. Dope. Alrighty, so that's pretty much going to end this video. Like I said, guys, it's not that I'm not interested in making videos. It's that I've just been busy with like training and working out and everything that I've been doing as extracurricular activities to keep myself busy and to learn more about stuff and junk. Also been taking a couple educational courses and other things and trying to basically set myself up for a promotion at work. And yeah, all that's basically taking a toll on my extracurriculars, which is fine because honestly, guys, I feel like YouTube's like a young man's game. I'm 44 freaking years old. I started making YouTube videos back in when I was 26 in 2009. For me, it just feels like I'm in a realm where I don't belong. Like nowadays, though, mind you, I see videos of like these like 22, 23-year-olds doing stupid stuff like going to McDonald's and buying about 30,000 calories worth of food and then sitting down and just shoveling it into their faces and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not about to put my body on the line just for a couple likes and a bunch of comments. Like, that's just stupid. And I did mention I wanted to go kayaking, but the problem with the kayaking has been that every time I want to go out and the weather's nice, the wind is not. Like a 30-kilometer-an-hour wind with 3-foot waves, that doesn't sound very safe for my first time ever being in a kayak ever. It sounds like I'm probably going to die because I don't know what I'm doing. I need to go out when it's calm. I'm hoping next weekend I'm going to go out with my buddy Adam. He kayaks all the time. He does a bunch of crazy stuff. Like he's got one of those camping hammocks. So he goes out for like 10 days to places, and they'll paddle and portage and then set up camp and cook food. And, you know, he's used to it. So he's going to give me a bunch of pointers that he wish he had when he first started that he had to figure out on his own. So he's going to try and fast track me to a professional kayaker, even though that's impossible because I don't think you can make money kayaking unless I turn the camera on and AdSense rolls. The moment I make my first penny, I'm a professional kayaker. Because that's the definition of a professional. Somebody who makes money doing something they love. Anyway, as for camping, yes, I tried camping. I had to bring Oreo because, as you heard him sneezing behind me, he's still alive. There's video proof. Potato Face is still alive and pooping in my house after being let out. Who's a bad dog? See, he still does the... He knows it's a camera. He wouldn't do this if he didn't know it was a camera. 14 years old, still bouncing around like a little idiot. But anyway. Tried to bring him camping. And I ended up deleting the footage. We didn't even stay one night. We got out there. Things were good at the beginning. You know, I had him on a 50-foot lead. Because otherwise he would just run off into the woods and get eaten by a koala bear or something. Who knows? So I had him on a lead. We had a good time. Had a little fire. Then he started getting all whiny. Then he started getting all annoying. We get into the back of the truck to go to bed. He's barking at nothing. Like just barking. And I kept looking out the window and shining the flashlights and making sure nothing was out there. Nobody was encroaching on us. And yeah, he wouldn't let me sleep. 2 in the morning, I said, screw it. Grabbed him, threw him in the front of the truck, jumped in the driver's side, and we came home because I couldn't deal with him anymore. So that didn't work out one bit. Basically, as far as me doing any overlanding goes, I'm going to have to wait until I don't have a dog anymore. Because him as a puppy, he might have been fine, but him as himself right now, he's got pretty bad dementia. He forgets who I am from time to time. Sometimes I come home from work and I call him downstairs and he doesn't come downstairs, and I go upstairs and he's laying there and I'm like, holy shit, are you dead, bud? And then I give him a tap and he wakes up. Like, he's 14. He's running on gravy. He's pretty much end of days. You know, I've had him since 2009. And he's, yeah. It's going to come up to it where either A, I'm going to come home one day and he will be done, or B, he's going to go into a super seizure and I'm going to have to make the executive decision to put him down. Like, I know it's coming. And this is the reason why I don't like having pets. But at the same time, they're kind of fun. But when that day comes that they have to go, that day sucks. But I'm sure a lot of you out there know exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm sure a lot of you have gone through it at least once, if not multiple times. And you know what I mean. You get that first new puppy and it's all fun and games, and then 15 years later you're at the vet and kind of really losing your mind. So I know it's coming with him, because with some days, like you saw him bouncing around, it's just like back in the day when I made the first video of Oreo and the hose, full of energy. But I can guarantee you, I've come home some days where I call him downstairs, he comes downstairs, and then he just starts walking around in circles. And I'm like, come on, let's go. And then he just kind of looks at me and forgets what he's doing, and he'll just knuckle up and poop on the floor. But I'm trying to get him outside before he does that. So he doesn't know what's going on. That's the problem. His dementia is horrible. And he's got a bunch of other health problems now too. But one thing he doesn't have that Pomeranians get is the bad knees. But you saw him bouncing around like a little idiot. Like he doesn't have the bad knees. He's got the collapsed trachea. He's got no teeth. He's blind. Like, I'm pretty sure of it. Like, his eyes are friggin', it's like looking through a glass of milk. He's got cataracts so bad. So as far as any of Skivinz adventures go, that's not going to be possible for video ideas because I can't do it with the dog. It's too hard. I can't get any sleep, and with what I'm training on and stuff, I need at least 7 hours of sleep every night. The more the merrier, you know. As far as fitness goes, guys, I've been training pretty good. I'm doing a push-pull legs routine. I was doing opposing muscle groups, but I didn't find the gains as heavy. Some people find the gains heavy, some people don't. I'm one of them that didn't. So back to push-pull legs, and I kind of like it. Today is leg day. I just wanted to film this video first. Then I'm going to hit the squat rack and do some leg extensions, some hamstring pulls, some hack squats, whatever else I want to put in there. Get some glutes work in. As far as my fitness update goes, I finally am the lightest I've been since I was, 12? Because when I was 12 years old, I was 212 pounds at 6 foot 2-ish somewhere. I was pretty much my height now. I just exploded at the age of 12. I just grew up fast. Used to get my brother's hand-me-downs for clothes, and then all of a sudden he was getting mine, so that's pretty sweet. But yeah, I was 212 pounds in grade 6, and I'm currently sitting at 205 at 16.3% body fat, which is pretty astonishing for me because, like, when I started making this channel, my face was huge. I had no neck because my head just kind of rolled into my shoulders, and I was wearing size 4XL. Now I'm wearing a size large, and my pants back then, I actually found a pair of them, my fat man pants I call them, 46 waist, 32 leg, and I am now using, I found out 32 leg. I used to always have issues where the back of my jeans would get wet. It's because I'm actually a 30 leg, so I'm down now to a 32 waist, 30 leg. I haven't worn that since grade 6. So that's pretty cool. Like, I got myself back down. I feel a lot more mobile. You know, we're in martial arts. I started taking jiu-jitsu because that's one of the classes my coach offers. There was an opening. I took it. And we're doing stuff like rolling on the ground, doing shoulder rolls, doing somersaults, doing all sorts of crazy throw your body on the ground, simulate somebody coming up behind you and pushing you, and you losing your balance and basically taking the roll so you don't fall flat on your face, you know, kind of make it look like a Jet Li movie. And that's what we were doing, and it was pretty cool that I was able to actually do that at my age. Like, I'm the second oldest in the group, and I'm older than coach, and I'm able to keep up with the 22-year-olds and the 25-year-olds. So I really appreciate that. Like, obviously what I'm doing in my home arena here, in my little gym, so I don't go to the gym, is working out. Speaking of working out, my friend Amy Lee has a friend who's a professional power lifter, and she's supposed to be coming to North Bay sometime in the near future. And Amy Lee talked to her about me being a bodybuilder, like an amateur. I'm not professional, and, you know, I'm just doing it for my own physical gains. Not really doing it to go stand on a stage somewhere and flex like I'm Arnold freaking Schwarzenegger. But she said, oh, we'll have to get him out. Let's get him out to the gym. Both him and I can get a day pass or a walk-in or whatever the hell they call it, where you basically go to the gym for one day. And like Amy Lee already has her membership at the gym. So we'll do walk-ins, and then her and I, she can show me some powerlifting. So there might be a video on that if you guys are interested. Like, maybe you can watch me get destroyed by a lady who can friggin' deadlift 4 times her own weight. Because, like, she's a professional power lifter, and she can seriously outperform a lot of the men. So that's pretty cool. So that could be a potential video too. But I don't really want to film my home workouts here because, well, when I work out, I'm pretty much in my boxer shorts, and I like that because it gives me full range of motion, and not only do you get the mind muscle connection, but you get the visual muscle connection. You can actually look at yourself in the mirror and go, no, I'm doing this wrong. I'm swaying. Correct yourself. Like, if I'm swaying, I'm trying to pull too heavy weights. Stop ego lifting and start using proper form so you get them gains, right? But anyway, guys, I'm rambling right now and I got to stop. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. The TransAm is operational once again. I thought the battery was dead. Turned out it was just no contact with the ground because the bolt was rotten. So those brass bolts apparently don't corrode, or as much. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, guys, until next time, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.